Hi there, welcome to Samantha Excellence. Today we are going to discuss about Medallion architecture in Microsoft Fabric. The Medallion architecture is the recommended data design pattern used to organize data in a lakehouse logically. It aims to improve data quality as it moves through different layers. The Medallion lakehouse architecture refers to a set of data layers that represent the quality of data kept in the lakehouse. This architecture guarantees the asset properties, that is atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability, by passing data through various levels of validations and transformations before being stored in a layout designed for efficient analytics. The architecture layers bronze, which is raw data, silver, validated data, the gold layer, which is enriched in data quality, represent the quality of data in each of these layers. The diagram shows bronze, silver, validated, and enriched. The bronze layer, this layer contains unvalidated data and maintains raw data from the source system. Whatever data is in the source system is just pulled into this bronze layer, which is also called as landing zone. Bronze, or the raw layer of the Medallion architecture, is the first layer of the lakehouse. It is landing zone for all the data, whether it's structured, semi-structured, or unstructured. The data is stored in its original format, so no changes are made to it. The next layer is silver layer. The silver layer data is validated layer, second layer of the lakehouse. It's where you will validate and refine your data. Typically, activities in the silver layer include combining and merging data and enforcing data validation rules like removing nulls, deduplicating the data, adding columns, new fields, derived columns. All this comes into the validated layer, that is silver layer. Next is gold layer. This is enriched layer. This layer contains highly enriched, refined, and aggregated data which can be used for power analytics, machine learning, production applications. This data is optimized for performance and usability through star schema design. Star schema design is a data model structure ideal for data warehouses and analytics. This is the third layer of Lakehouse. In the gold layer, data undergoes further refinement to align with the specific business and analytical needs. This could involve aggregating data to a particular granularity, such as daily or hourly, or enriching it with external information. Once the data reaches the gold stage, it becomes ready for use by downstream teams, including analytics, data science, or machine learning operations. Microsoft Fabric offers a range of data tools for engineers for making sure your data is high quality, organized, and readily accessible. These are the tools: Power BI, Data Factory, Data Activator, Real Time Intelligence, Data Engineering, Data Science, and Data Warehouse. On top of that, we have Synapse Data Engineering, which is Azure Microsoft Fabric tool. We can access this tool through a link which is app.fabric.microsoft.com. With Microsoft Fabric data engineering option, the data engineers can create, build, and manage systems and infrastructures that let business gather, store, handle, and analyze vast amounts of data. Now I am going to tell you what is the prerequisite setup to generate Medallion architecture in Microsoft Fabric. In order to create a dimensional modeling in gold layer, we have to follow certain steps. For example, in the workspace settings, we have to tick users can edit data models in the Power BI service preview under the data model settings. So they should be checked so that we can create relationship between the dimensional modeling all the tables. Then there is a Lakehouse Explorer. Once we open Synapse Data Engineering, we have to create a Lakehouse. Further, if we explore the Lakehouse, we have structure. For example, a sales folder is created. Once a sales lakehouse is created, for example, it will have tables and files, two sections. In the tables section, we can create all the data tables, and in the file section, we can store all the files, for example, Parquet, CSV, JSON, etc., to save data in the files. There can be multiple files also. Under file section, we can create subfiles, subfolders. Under those subfolders, we can create other files. Files section is an unmanaged area and can be referred as landing zone for the raw data. The table section is a managed section which is user-friendly representation of the managed area within our lakehouse. This area is typically organized and governed to facilitate efficient data processing. In the table section, whatever tables are there, we can simply query with SQL Server Studio or any Azure Data Factory tools for analysis purpose. Here we can find all the tables, whether they are automatically generated or explicitly created and registered in the MetaStore. In the file section, generally we keep files related to bronze layer. So simply raw files can be dumped into this file section, which can be used further for creation of silver layer and gold layer. Now we are going to learn how to implement each of the layer. The first layer, bronze layer, where we need to ingest the raw data. We have to determine how we will ingest the data into our bronze layer. Now we can do this using pipelines, data flows, and notebooks. These are the three tools available in Synapse Data Engineering under Microsoft Fabric. The Medallion architecture is constructed in a Fabric lakehouse utilizing notebooks. So notebooks are the important tool which can be used to ingest data in the bronze layer. We can read the files and simply load data into the files under the file section. Next is silver layer. Silver layer where we have to transform, validate and deduplicate and load the clean data. Here we can use data flows and notebooks as well. Since we have to transform the data, so data flows are used. Data flows are similar to ETL tools, any ETL tools, like we can transform the data, read data from the source, transform the data and load the data into the target system. So this is the work of data flows. The next layer is gold layer, where optimized data is used for power analytics, where we have to define the measures and the aggregations. Now for gold layer, we can use SQL Analytics endpoint and the semantic model. Whenever a lakehouse is created, SQL Analytics endpoint is automatically generated, which we can use and which can be connected to Azure Data Factory or SQL Server Management Data Studio. Also, we can use semantic model. It is better to create a semantic model once gold layer is generated. Then out of that gold layer, we can connect to that semantic model and create our own relationship models. In how to generate a gold layer is now we have to determine what it will be containing and how it will be used. The gold layer is where you will model your data for reporting using a dimensional model. Here you will establish relationships. We have to define the measures and incorporate any other elements essential for the effective reporting. Further to gold layer, we can use multiple gold layers for different audiences or domains. For example, we might have a gold layer for our finance team and a separate gold layer for a sales team, another for HR team. We can also have a gold layer for data scientists that is optimized for the machine learning. Depending on your needs, we might also use a data warehouse as our goal layer. So it is not necessary that everything is in Synapse Data Engineering. We can also use Synapse Data Warehouse to represent the goal layer. In Fabric, we can transform your data using data flows or notebooks and then load it into the goal delta table in a Lakehouse. Then we can connect to the delta table using a SQL Analytics endpoint and use SQL to model our data for reporting. Also, we can use Power BI to connect to the SQL Analytics endpoint of the goal layer and model our data for reporting. The best thing is we have to enable downstream consumption. We have to determine how you will enable downstream consumption of your data. You can do this using workspace or item permissions or by connecting to the SQL Analytics endpoint. Thanks for watching. Let us connect in the next video of the series.